This episode is brought to you by TerribleOrigami.com.
Putting the OMG in origami and home origami. Oh, damn it.
OMG
in origami.
Home of the $1 Million Frog.
Yeah.
It's big.
Totes Recall.
Ooh, welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we don't remember very well, and then we watch that movie and eat pizza, and then we talk about it again and see what we got right and or wrong.
Yeah, mostly wrong.
Mostly wrong. Mostly wrong.
Generally.
My name is Dan.
I'm Molly.
I'm also Dan.
I'm Beth.
And our movie this episode is Big.
Big, starring
Tommy Hanks.
Tommy Hanks.
And
Some other
Some
people.
other people. Robert Loggia, I think.
who?
Oh,
Is
you're
that the
showing
dad?
off.
He's the old dude in movies.
The old dude.
He's awesome.
Okay.
But I think I saw this movie. I think I'm going to lump this in with late high school. Dan's watching a ton of VHSs from the library.
Oh.
I think I've referenced this period before.
So is this pre free cable recordings era then?
Those are. I'm watching free movies on VHS from the library at my mom's house.
Aha, I see.
Life spoiler alert: my parents are divorced. And at my dad's house, I'm watching free cable VHS.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I
these
see.
are
I see.
legit theatrical releases.
Yes.
But at my mom's house, I do have two VCRs in
Hold
my
on.
room because we're right on the border of like, hey, it's time for DVDs.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with all these VCRs? So I'm making copies of tapes.
You were bootlegging state subsidized VHS movies?
For no reason. 'Cause I probably did not watch those VHS tapes again.
Right.
I probably didn't do that.
So you're saying you didn't watch Big religiously after your viewing?
I don't think I even made a copy of Big.
Oh.
Oh,
I did.
wow.
I made a copy of. Definitely made a copy of Shanghai Noon with Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson,
Gotcha.
and maybe like a Kevin Smith movie, but not Mallrats because I own that on DVD from Columbia House Records.
Aha, getting those deals.
Yeah. Anyway, so I watched this late in high school by myself because it looked like a movie I should have watched.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Well, this is one movie that I'm pretty sure of the release date. I believe it was 1988.
Whoa.
Ooh, big bet right out of the gate.
Well,
That was a
we'll
pun.
see. Not
Was
1888.
Big is the movie we're watching.
Okay, if I get accused of making a pun every time I say the word big, I'm walking on this episode.
Big steps. So we are. So you sort of have to go with me on this journey. It was my 8th grade graduation. Spoiler alert: I'm older than probably the oldest person here. Yep, by a few years. So my 8th grade graduation. So we were all wearing our graduation dresses.
Wait, what?
You know how you wear like white dresses or whatever and terrible white shoes for graduation?
Aren't you wearing a gown over it?
No, it's
Like
8th grade.
Oh, 8th grade. I see.
Or maybe we're just wearing floral dresses.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We were wearing dresses.
Sure, you're dressed up.
We were.
Sunday
And
best.
It was after school, or maybe technically not quite before school had ended, technically. And we were able to walk to a movie theater that was maybe less than a mile from my school.
Nice.
And we went behind the Kroger.
Okay.
That was part of the subdivision kind of area, and smoked some weed.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
not
the
very
Wow.
much of it.
Damn
Like
shade.
I don't
Eighth
think there
grade.
was enough to even get high. But
Change
it was,
those white shoes to gray shoes. Because you are impure.
Your innocence lost.
Yeah.
It felt so grown up though, you guys. And then we went to go see Big,
That's the
which
thing
in
grown-ups
hindsight,
do all the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
They go
sneak
behind the
the Kroger
Kroger.
and smoke weed.
actually, it might have been a Winn-Dixie back then. It probably was a Winn-Dixie.
I didn't even know
is
that was a
that-
thing.
It's a real place.
Still a grocery store?
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that what that movie's about?
That dog at Winn-Dixie movie.
Oh, it's about a dog.
I think so.
The dog's named after the store chain? Or the store's named after the dog?
This is a movie I honestly haven't seen. Has anybody seen it?
I have never even heard of it.
I know my grandma liked it.
Oh, well, it's probably really good then.
Okay.
Sounds like a grandma movie.
Yeah. Anyway, that's right. It was smoking pot behind the Winn-Dixie and then going to watch Big, and I felt very grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very independent.
I assume you bought the weed and movie ticket with your own money, like an adult.
Oh, I didn't buy the weed. I would have been terrified. And I guess maybe you call it pot. What do people? I don't even know what people. Anyway, that was what we did.
Well, what did you call it back then? I mean,
I
we're
think
trying
probably pot.
to. Yeah, we're
Not
trying to
grass.
stay in the context of the.
Yeah, it was probably that. It was a little baggie.
Sure.
You know,
A dime bag.
it might have been a nickel bag. It was probably a nickel bag. It was
Okay.
not a lot, you guys.
Well,
There could be some regional
seeds and stems in
colloquialisms too. Like we don't know what they called it
Sure.
wherever you were at that age.
That sounds great.
So do you actually remember do you remember having any emotional response to the movie, or were you just like so blazed out of your mind that you don't remember this movie at all?
I was most definitely not blazed out of my mind.
Okay.
I think honestly, there was very little to it. But
The movie or the
neither.
Uh-huh.
No, it's okay. I remember the movie though, because I remember there's a FAO Schwartz scene, which
Yes.
everybody dreams of going to FAO Schwartz. And having free reign. And I remember the meeting in the conference room with the robots that just turn into buildings. And he's like, why is
What?
it buildings? They should be bugs or something,
What?
right?
Yeah.
Or bugs or something.
Yeah.
And I remember he invites the woman over to his house and
They're gonna
she
slumber
calls
party.
top bunk, or he calls top bunk.
You're literally saying the three things that I can they're very vivid memories from this movie.
You have gone
Wow.
far past my vivid memories of this movie already.
That sounds like a good transition.
Oh, okay. Well, she started it.
Sorry. Well, you guys
We're going
can't
round
see
robin.
us right now, but Dan is next in the circle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, point of order. I think I saw this. Well, if you're correct, and when it came out, then I definitely did not see it in the theaters, and I definitely did not smoke weed before seeing it, because I did not do any drugs until I was well into my, I don't know, early 20s, probably. That's not important. I think
Welcome to Drunk
I'm guessing we rented this movie. There's a chance that we just saw it on TV because I don't remember much. I know the basic premise of the film, but I really don't remember any significant parts of it except for the keyboard, dancing on the keyboard, the creepy fortune telling machine, and then a little moment at the end with sort of where the hot lady is she kind of it's a blink and you miss it thing where she's like, is that a small child and not the adult man I've been hanging out with this whole time?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Where the spell wears off or whatever.
Sure. I didn't remember the end.
That's all I remember.
Yeah.
When you start talking about bug robots or whatever, I nothing.
Okay.
No reaction.
That's when he becomes an executive of a toy company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't actually remember when I explained those scenes to I was discussing that we were watching this movie with my wife, and I explained those scenes, and she said that's pretty much the movie. I'm like, there's got to be an actual plot in there somewhere, right? Besides, but apparently there's a lady. There's a whole arc with this lady about bunks,
right.
sexual tension with children.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. I know that I saw this movie on TV.
He has a friend.
Yeah, he has a friend.
Why did that remind you that he had a friend?
He wishes that he's an adult. He has an animated machine
Creepy
named
machine.
Zolt.
Definitely the
Zoltar? Is it Zoltar? Zal? Zordon? No.
That's a drug.
I'm going Put Zoltar for me.
Zoltar.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
There's definitely a Z.
Yeah, Zoltar sounds right to me. Or
I'm going to go Zoltan.
Okay.
I'm going
oh, wait.
to bring
Is that
that
a
R
Pikachu?
down to the ground, turn it into an N.
What?
Zoltar versus Zoltan. If you take it, it's a writing joke.
Oh,
They're
man.
very close looking, R and N.
Are they?
Yeah, if you draw an R and then you just keep going with the R all the way back down to the bottom, you got an N.
Oh, we're talking lowercase.
Oh, lowercase. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
See, I always think of uppercase when we're talking about individual letters.
Oh, well, it's a name.
You mean the big letters?
Come on! What are you doing? What else do you remember, Beth?
Okay, so he wishes that he was big, and he wakes up and he's Tom Hanks. The small child wakes up.
Every little boy's dream. He wakes up to be Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Why is he wishing he is an adult? Does his mom like not let him have candy for
Yeah.
dinner or
Or
something?
is he like a...
They're at a fair.
What's the inciting?
Oh, he can't get
incident?
on the ride.
Oh!
He's not tall enough.
Right. He's just a
Yeah.
little turd.
So
So...
yeah, so then he wakes up and his mom sees an adult in her house and chases him out of the house.
Yeah.
Good. She should.
Wow.
Right, that's good parenting.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like strange man in the house.
Her mom must come around at some point, right? Because the movie's not about like her,
Wait, her?
like Tom Hanks's mom,
No, the mom's out of the picture.
like immediately.
What is she... Does he murder his mom when she attacks him?
He's just like
No,
F
he-
this
Out
of
of
an
the
adult.
picture.
No, she chases him out of the house, and then he finds his friend, and then he gets an apartment, like in a really
the
bad
city.
neighborhood. Because
Isn't-
I remember that scene with them, and like they're in this like really shitty apartment, and like there's cop cars going by, and he cries on his bed.
Who?
sad.
Tom Hanks?
But
Yeah.
he gets a sweet apartment later, you guys.
Yeah.
So don't be too sad.
So...
He gets a job somehow. Is
Oh,
his-
to a toy company.
but how does he? Yeah, he works
Because
at Toy
he- Is it
Company,
'cause of the
but
keyboard
what is
dance?
It's because of the keyboard dance, I think.
No, it's
No?
pre-keyboard dance.
Pre-keyboard dance?
I say, well,
Is the guy who runs the toy company his friend's
Robert
dad?
Loggia.
I don't know. I really feel like he gets discovered somehow, and maybe it's at FAO Schwartz. Maybe that is it. But then this guy who owns the toy company believes in him and brings him on board, maybe to do mail at first, and then he quickly climbs the ladder.
Yeah.
And there's an evil corporate guy who's in a relationship with the lady.
Oh.
I'm Dan's bets. This is a shot in the dark for 80s evil guy.
Yeah.
He's got slick back hair.
I think he has like poofy hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my theory.
Well,
It might be a
looks like
combination.
Played by one of those character actors. The minute we see them, we're like, oh,
that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's
I
always
can
evil in
picture
the
him.
80s.
I feel like I can picture.
I feel like he has
I don't
a
know.
part with fluffy hair on either
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
It's that 80s hair.
Yeah.
So he goes to the toy store pretty soon. That's like his first
Yeah.
I'm an adult, I'm a child trapped in an adult's body thing.
I think so. And
But
then
how
he
does he
starts
get-
walking across the keyboard, and then he starts playing, and then that guy comes down, right?
Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia. They start playing chopsticks,
And they
then
connect and
Is that guy...
no Heart and Soul.
heart and soul, yeah.
Yeah. Is that guy the toy executive? And he's
Oh.
just in the toy store? Because the toy manufacturer is different from the toy store,
I
right?
feel like you might be parsing details to a greater extent than the movie does.
You think he works for FAO Schwartz in the toy development department?
I
Oh.
think he owns it. I think he's FAO Schwartz.
Oh, Francis Alejandro Onassis Schwartz.
Yeah.
Really? That does. I feel
No,
like
I don't know if he is, but
Is
I'm
there...
gonna-
he works for that company.
I'm gonna go. The toy store and the toy manufacturer are two different companies.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Sure, that's capitalism.
I mean, you would easily be a toy manufacturer at FAO Schwartz.
Sure, he's
Your
just,
product
like,
is there.
checking
looking
out
the
the
goods,
yeah, or maybe
seeing
he's
how
trying
things are
to
moving.
maybe he's doing like a local like, hey, we got this new bug building robot
Yeah.
or whatever you're
Oh
talking
no,
about.
they don't have the bug building yet,
Oh,
you
okay.
guys.
It's like a transformer,
Yep.
But they can't say transformer because that
No,
is a trademark.
but it's a robot that turns into a building. And then Tom Hanks, like you said, he's like a male person, right?
I feel like I don't remember the mailroom. That just seems like every other movie at this time, like Hudsucker Proxy or any other movie where he's in a weird corporate thing. Is he delivering mail and then he's like, "Hey, that toy would be better if you did this."
I don't. Yeah, he's like for some reason he's in the room, and then he's like, "No, you shouldn't turn into buildings. You should turn into bugs. That's more fun." And then the guy's like, "I like your style. You get a job now."
Because
And then
can
he
I put a
starts
bet
making
down
money.
that the boss says the word moxie?
Ooh,
Sure.
yeah.
So the
Shot in the dark. But.
the piano dance is not what gets him the job. Or
I
the
am
The
unsure.
initial,
piano dance gets him mail job.
Yeah.
But then butting into corporate meeting and talking about Transformer gets him the like VP of ideas or whatever.
yeah.
Sort of. I mean, that's a propelling moment, but in hindsight, I can't remember what takes him from. I'm not even sure about the order of the FAO Schwartz moment versus anything else. So
Okay.
I don't know.
What
I
else
don't,
happens
but
in this
I feel like
movie?
there's a moment where like the executive pulls him into a meeting. Like he gets pulled in for some reason.
'Cause
Or
he
maybe
likes
the
his
lady
moxie.
does.
Is the
Yeah.
lady connected to his
The
job?
lady works with him.
Oh.
Okay.
And then she's like, she doesn't like him at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a
And-
weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she starts to charm him.
Charm
which is-
him?
No, he
Be
starts
charmed
to
by her.
Yeah, be
Be-
charmed.
by-
And he's like completely oblivious.
Yeah, she wants to bang.
She wants to
Yeah,
bang.
because that's the thing. And
Yeah.
she
And he has no idea.
she
No.
said
Yeah.
like a
He's a little boy.
sleepover, and then he goes, "Okay, you get top bunk."
Yeah. Or he calls.
I call top bunk.
Yeah.
But doesn't he
Maybe.
concede? He's like, okay, you can have it.
Because he's a
Maybe.
gentleman
Yeah.
Yeah.
at
I
heart.
think that must have been in the preview because this is in my brain. It's
Is
in all of our
there-
brains.
Who gets top bunk? I'm saying she gets top bunk.
Are we betting on who gets top bunk?
Yeah, lady top bunk.
I'll double down on that.
Face. Yeah, because she wants to get down to Pound Town. And he just wants to hang out and play with
Do you
toys.
think
Yeah.
do you think there is a like subtle like something's happening to my parts joke?
Oh, great question. Yeah, does he have the...
You know what I mean?
Because his body's an
How
adult
old is
man.
he supposed to be? I don't even know.
He's like an 8-year-old
13.
boy.
13?
No,
I think he's a
if he was
teenager.
13, he'd know what's up.
Or he'd at least understand that parts were something was happening to his
I
parts.
think he's like an 8-year-old boy.
I think he's a little older than 8. Maybe he's 9 or 10.
Oh, are we putting down bets?
I'm guessing preteen.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Preteen, so
You're
like
on.
12.
I feel like we've done this bet before. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Probably.
Yeah,
so.
probably.
Or Home Alone.
Home Alone for sure we did.
Yeah.
I would like to go he calls top bunk.
Oh, you're going...
So I'm doing the
I
opposite
feel
of the
like...
double
Okay,
down.
what I'm saying is he
Yeah.
calls
I'll
it,
double molly
but
that.
then concedes.
Yeah.
And so it's left with her getting the top bunk.
We're betting on the actual result.
Yeah.
I agree with
You're
you, Molly.
so
I think
upset with this gradation of the top bunk bet.
I think as an adult, like she is the actual adult.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't
Or
want top
is
bunk.
she, right?
No.
Well,
No, she
here's the
is.
thing that's weird about this movie that I don't think that I thought about when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I was like really cheering for him. I was like, oh, look at this love connection. But like as an adult, I'm like, it's so weird that she's like dating a 12-year-old.
Right.
Sure.
But she doesn't know that. She thinks he's just like a cool guy who's fun-loving.
I think we are going to have so much to talk about what the 80s idea
Yeah.
of a guy was. Because, like, I
Oh,
think this
yeah.
is before all that Peter Pan stuff. And if you
What?
put this
What?
in
What? The what?
Well, the whole, like, guys don't grow up. Or the aesthetic currently is to not grow up, to
Oh.
cling to your teenageness
Yeah.
as long
But
as
this
possible.
is 80s where men were making business deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greed is good.
Yeah.
Gordon Gekko.
Gordon Gekko,
suspenders,
Reaganomics.
Slick back hair.
Get that cash.
Big ties.
Yeah.
Doing coke.
Coke in the bathroom.
I would like to make a bet that she wears, at least at one point, one of those floppy lady ties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Floppy
I bet
lady
it's going to
ties.
be red or burgundy.
Oh, wow.
I bet he's offered Coke at one point.
Wow. Yeah, I guess
And
I
it's like
can
anything
get...
since Coca-Cola, probably. It writes
yeah,
itself.
that's a pretty good joke.
So does he pretend that his friend is his son then? When they're like getting
Yes.
apartments? Is that how that works?
Well, his
Wait.
friend leaves him.
Oh.
That's why when he starts crying is because he's like by himself.
Because his friend's like, I gotta go home.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I have a mom who doesn't think I'm a monster.
Oh, but I'm pretty sure there's a point where he doesn't have time for his friend because he's actually getting all stressed
Yes.
out about being an adult,
Yeah.
and they have a big coming of
Oh, yeah.
understanding, and that's part of what propels him to want to get back into his old life.
Okay, this came out of nowhere in my head. But is there a point where adult Tom Hanks and child best friend are just like hanging out in their underpants?
Probably.
Ooh. And like
Yeah.
eating ice cream? I feel like it's Home Alone again.
That sounds right when he gets to the big fancy apartment.
Okay.
There's a trampoline in
I
it
was
for
going to say
sure.
there's for sure a trampoline.
Because I dreamed of that for a long time, of getting a loft with high enough ceilings that you can get
Oh,
a
that'd be
trampoline
amazing.
indoors. And there's like a
I
scene
want
from the
that now.
outside of the condo or loft or whatever that shows them jumping up and down. Good
yeah,
times.
that sounds good. Because it's a really open...
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't have
loft.
furniture.
Yeah, he's just got like bean bags and toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie's, I think, pretty good.
I don't remember anything about the actual like arc of his character.
Yeah. beyond that, like, that relationship, like, what is... There's for sure a bad guy, but what's the... Like, is he going to get fired or something?
I feel like the bad guy is the bad corporate guy, right?
Yeah. I think he just wants to expose him or get him fired or get everybody to stop liking him.
Ooh, is he a dick to that lady? Like, does
They're
Big
in a relationship.
does Big
first.
help her realize that he's wrong for her and like saves her from a horrible relationship?
I think so, because I think she falls for him.
Yeah, she wants to go to Pound Town.
Down to Pound Town.
So uncomfortable.
So she breaks up with evil corporate guy.
Ooh, and then maybe he wants revenge.
And then he's like, I got to get this guy. His ideas are too fresh.
Yeah. And then on a coke-fueled rage.
But I think the arc is more like he immediately hates Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And she is with him in hating Tom Hanks.
How can you hate that face?
What? You
Well,
hate Tom Hanks' face?
No, I mean,
He's so charming.
he is
And
charming.
this is young Tom Hanks, too, where he's just got his, like, thin little boyish face where it's like, yeah, he could hang out in an apartment as a lady and no one would think that's weird or question his gender.
Yeah, is this Tom Hanks's big break?
Oh!
Is this like his first big movie? Because I know he did Bosom Buddies.
Right.
I feel like there's something between that and
Is this pre-Turner and Hooch?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is this?
I feel like
is
he's
this,
had-
Is this post-Bachelor Party or whatever that movie was called?
Bachelor Party might have been his first one.
Which I think is raunchier than you would expect it to be.
Oh.
Kind of like Risky Business, where there's like
Risky
just
Business.
hookers everywhere. That's got some underwear hang time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different movie though.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like he definitely has movies where he's younger in them.
Okay, so
yeah.
it's already like
He's had a storied career, you guys.
this is like
Yeah.
a Tom Hanks movie,
Yeah.
as opposed to like, oh, Tom,
Oh.
who's this guy?
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
think
Turner
so.
and Hooch came out after he was really famous.
Sure,
I
he's a
don't think it
little
was like
older than
on the
that.
arc.
So Turner
yeah.
Hooch was like, that was the marketing. It's like, we put this totally beloved actor with this dog.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's what I remember, but
That movie is
not very
sad.
well.
Is
Is
it?
it really? Does
Turner
something happen
Hooch?
to the dog?
Yes.
Does something happen to the dog?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, did they get hurt? What happened?
Molly, that dog died.
No, what?
I guess we're not doing that.
What's
one.
the point? Why would you do a movie like that?
Hooch saves Turner and gets like blown away by criminals.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit! I just remember a car wash scene.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about a different movie
Completely
entirely.
different.
Molly's pre-traumatized before watching this week's movie.
So the ending of the movie, I feel like he goes back
Oh,
Yes.
to
to
Zol,
the
Tanner.
Zola. That's
Zoloft.
not it.
Arn and Zola.
Zoloft. And makes a wish that he is his regular size again.
Yeah.
And then he returns home. His parents must think he's missing.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there has to
No,
be
I
some
think he does that. He
implication
does
of,
that
like...
Ferris Bueller thing where he like
He pretends
calls
he's
the.
kidnapped.
Does he?
What?
Yeah. Doesn't he pretend? Doesn't he do the voice like he's
Kidnapped?
like I have
That's
your
a
kid?
terrible idea.
That's horrible.
I think he does that.
Okay, is
And
that
then-
a bet?
I might have made that up.
That's great.
Bet,
That's a
bet.
cool
Put that
idea.
down.
Because that
We're gonna be
makes
so
the movie so
disappointed
good
if it's
at
not in that.
Yeah, I feel like they have to address that, but now we're on like plot number 4.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
that can just be at least addressed, like, at the end, where she's, like, so relieved to see Big again when he's not big. At the end, you know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
think he says he's sleeping over, has gone to camp or something. Because I feel like I remember him calling his mom at certain times.
How is she going to buy that? She wakes up, there's a strange man in her house. She chases him out of the house. Now her son is missing.
Maybe
her
his-
son calls up, says, "Hey, I'm just at my friend's house."
As in a man's voice.
That's a
Maybe he
bullshit.
has his friend call and be like, "Hey, Mrs. Big, can Big come camping with us this week? I've got a spare whatever, so he don't even have to come home to pack."
I believe that, but it's also ludicrous. Like,
Well, sure.
Well, I mean, okay, that is more ludicrous or less ludicrous that he gets transformed into an adult.
well, that's
It's a
the
fantasy.
magic that you believe, but the fantasy is
It's
not that the mom is
sci-fi.
terrible. That's not part of the magic.
No, that wouldn't be magical at all. I have a terrible mom.
I guess that'd just be real.
It could be any Disney movie.
Does
I
he have a
really
good
think
home
that
life?
he calls and
Does he have a
says,
good
like,
home life?
I think it's pretty
I
good.
think it's fine. I think he's just having his like I think he wishes to be big partially because he's too short and he gets pushed around, but also because he's being pushed around by adults.
Does he have like an older sibling who's like way bossy?
And pukes pizza on him.
Home Alone.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he has to have a sibling, right?
I think he gets big pretty fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not much of a prologue.
I mean, that's what. Yeah,
It's
you
like
would think.
we are at the fair. Oh shit! I can't get the ride. Hey, there's a creepy thing. I'll make a wish.
It's so creepy too.
You wake up
It's
as
super
big.
creepy.
Like,
I don't know.
you think there's going to be a longer?
There might be a little bit more, but it's hard to say. I think the really big question is whether or not we're going to like it more or less than we did the first time.
That was a good question. I think I'm going to like it more. I think watching this movie alone as a teenager probably was like, oh, that's a fine movie. And now I think I'm going to be charmed by Tom Hanks because he's very charming.
How could you not?
And I think there'll be some great 80s moments that are hilarious that I will be entertained by. Yeah, I think I'm going to like it more.
Everybody looked at me, but that's counterclockwise.
We're just changing the circle up. That's fine. Behind the curtain.
Obviously, I'm super into order. No, I was super excited when we picked this movie because I remember really liking it. But now that we're trying to remember it, I don't remember a lot of it. So I think I'm going to like it more because just having a flood of memories come back will be fun.
So then, how many FAO Schwartz pianos are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it 4.
4.
Yeah.
That's like almost how long are those things?
Those pianos?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
if
probably
you've
like
got an
2
apartment like
octaves.
he has, it's fine.
The floor ones, it's probably like 2 octaves, right?
Are we really trying to answer this question?
I was asking just
It's
the
probably
length
like-
of the keyboard. I didn't care
like
about
44
the
keys.
spread of keys.
Oh. That many keys? That's too many keys for a floor piano.
Okay, so then it's probably 4
But
octaves.
it's in the middle of the giant FAO Schwartz store.
Yeah.
You could have a big set of octaves.
How many transforming things, bugs into robots, would you give this movie?
Well, that I'd give it 5.
5.
Wow.
No, 4.
4.
4 is my number.
4 out of 5. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think 4 is my number as well.
2 4s. 2 4 bug buildings. I don't know. Sometimes 80s movies that are like considered huge classics do not age well.
Mm-hmm.
So I am concerned that like while I was charmed by it as a kid, I'm like, oh, being big, that's because like, yeah, when you're a kid, it's a fun premise. Like now you're an adult, you can do what you want. Yay. But then now that I am an adult, there might just be a lot of like problematic issues.
Now that you know the burden of adulthood.
Or just the burden of watching a half-assed script. So I'm going to be cautious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say I will give it 3 bug buildings.
Oh.
Like I don't think I'm going to hate it, but I don't know if it's going to be like this magical return of nostalgia. Like, oh my god, this movie is everything I adored as a child.
I feel suspicious that it hasn't been on cable nonstop. Like, I feel like Pretty Woman is always on cable. There are certain movies from certain eras that you expect to see over and over
You're
again.
concerned that the tastemakers at Viacom and Turner Broadcasting
Like those movies aren't good. Is that where you're
shifted
going
this
with this?
aside?
No, I mean, but they're watchable. Like, you can sit down and rewatch. I could rewatch Sweet Home Alabama 100 times, or Jurassic Park. I mean, Jurassic Park is actually a better movie.
that's like,
It's one of the best
Okay.
movies ever made.
yeah, comparing Big to comparing any movie to JP1. I mean, that's crazy.
Even so, I will say I have a lot of the same concerns that Dan does. So I'm going to also go with 3 robot buildings.
Okay. Sweet. I have one final question. Do you guys think this is going to have an animated opening?
Oh, man. I want it to so badly.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a hopeful yes.
I'm going to give a remorseful no.
I'm also going with no. I think it opens on the machine.
Oh.
Terrifying machine. That is the one memory I have of this movie. Like, the most visceral is legitimately being scared of Zoltan Tar.
Okay, I'm with Molly on a hopeful yes.
It could happen. It was a popular thing for a while.
Sure.
Awesome. All right. Well, with that, we are now going to hit pause while we go watch the movie Big, and we'll be right back. And we're back. We have just watched Big.
Big.
Yay, from 1988.
Molly nailed it.
Oh, it was 88?
It
Yep.
was.
No one else bet on the year, so.
Nope.
That's true.
Good job,
I
Molly.
would have guessed 1988.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Big time.
not me. I probably would have guessed. I like to keep it. I like to keep it real on this show, and I'm saying I probably would have guessed 86.
86. Ooh. Well, you would have been wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
All of us
accept
would
that.
have been right.
I accept that I would have been wrong and would have been the outsider, much like young Joshua at the beginning of this movie,
Oh, Joshua.
Oh, Joshua.
Oh.
This
or
movie-
Josh. I guess I know more by
I was
Josh.
like, does anyone call him Josh ever?
Yeah. People call him Josh.
I mean, Joshua? I got distracted. Yes.
His mom calls him Josh.
I think his mom calls him Joshua at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
This movie was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I love
I had a
it.
great time.
Everybody was charming as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for sure the funniest movie we've watched.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, I think it was even better than Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, maybe.
But I mean,
Oh.
better is a better movie.
Oh, for sure.
Sure. Is it as good a film as The African Queen, though?
Oh, no.
But it's
But
funny. It might
it was
be funny.
funny.
If I would
Yeah.
say this was the funniest, but simultaneously most like touching and heartwarming, but not in an annoying way, film that we've watched.
Yeah. As I think we made this point probably on the City Slickers episode, like comedy, it's hard for comedy to hold up well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is still, I think, very much an 80s comedy, but it's got so much heart that it works.
Yeah.
I think we have to pause.
I'm gonna have to take a little
Pause.
Pause.
Oh,
I don't mean to
Everybody
whine,
does
but
it.
I think we need to pause.
come on. That's rough, right, Pat?
Let's dog ear this section of
That
the.
was actually really good. That was good because it was a thought out metaphor and not just a dumb word.
Yeah, so I think it works so well because the story is also good. Like,
Yeah.
like it's funny and charming, but it's almost like more about the journey than the jokes.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
was.
Yeah.
It was way more of like a fully fleshed out metaphor of a film than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like, LOL, Tom Hanks is a dumb kid, and to be fair, totally killed it pretending to be a child in an adult body.
Tom
That
Hanks,
was amazing.
Did he get any statues for this? 'Cause he should
I
have got
don't
that
think
Oscar
so.
Gold.
Most people don't get statues for comedies because the Oscars, as we know, is a incredibly narrow-minded institution.
Yep, yep. But he's great.
And not just
Yeah.
for comedy, am I right?
Hey.
Hey!
No,
He's so good
Yeah,
at
he-
being a little kid as a
Really killed it.
whatever year old.
yeah,
Yeah, just like facial expressions, even and,
posture,
Like, yeah.
his
That-
gait, his walk.
Expectant way he waited for the back door
Oh
of
my
the car to
God.
close on him was just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that your favorite Tom Hanks being a kid moment?
Ooh, let's go around the table.
Yeah, number one, Tom Hanks is killing it, pretending to be a kid.
Oh, I have to say, when he gets in the back of the limousine and he waits for the driver to close the door, it has all the mannerisms that I didn't even notice kids have until Tom
Yeah.
Hanks did it. It was so sweet.
Are we actually going?
I think
Yeah.
my favorite
There we
one,
go.
or the one that sticks out the most, is when it's during the "I'm having so much fun" montage.
The best montage.
The best montage.
We'll get to that. We'll talk about that.
And he rides this zebra in the toy store.
Yeah.
And he just rides the shit out of it. No one has ever
Fucking
ridden a
Bronco.
zebra this hard. He commits so hard to bucking on this stuffed zebra, and it's perfect. He's like running into people. Like it's not even that he doesn't care. He's just unaware in the way
Yeah.
that kids are. Like they don't get that they just ran into like 6 people.
Yeah.
And that's annoying.
Right.
Like because he's just like, this is awesome. I'm doing this.
And
Oh,
of course,
so good.
everybody else thinks it's awesome also, right?
Especially Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia.
Yeah, who I was right. Robert Loggia.
Big boss.
Big boss.
But
No big deal.
sorry, I'm sorry. We were going around the table in a circle. I apologize.
Tom Hanks acting like a child moment. If you guys don't have one, that's fine.
I have one, but it's not like a fun moment.
Doesn't have to be.
It's just the,
Authentic.
Yeah, the part where when he's in his the apartment for or the hotel room for the first night, and he there's a gunshot, and he like goes and locks the door, and he just sits down and starts like crying.
Oh.
It's like he does it like that's how kids cry. Their
Yeah.
face is just like I don't know, like melt and then
Yeah.
just like, yeah. And then he like runs and jumps on his bed.
Oh, that killed me.
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like you felt for Josh. Ian.
Yeah.
Embiggened Josh.
Embiggened.
Yeah. I think the moment that I realized like how committed T. Hanks was to pretending to be a kid was like, I don't even remember what they were doing, but like he had gotten his best friend, like he convinced his best friend that he was him. So now they were hanging out.
Yeah.
And they suddenly had to like run somewhere. And Tom Hanks just like flailed his arms out and did this like really ridiculous like kid run where like he wasn't trying to, there was no attempt at efficiency or like even like always putting your feet in the right direction. Like it was just this like dumb, like I'm going really fast now, which means my whole body has to go, intensity. Like it just was like unfocused intensity while he ran.
If Tom Cruise running is on one end of the spectrum
Yes.
in terms of efficiency of movement,
Yes, exactly. Peak adult man running.
Tom Hanks in Big is on the other end of the spectrum.
Who would win? It's like Tortoise in the Hare.
Sure.
Tom Hanks would win because he would charm everyone.
Yeah, he would win our hearts.
Yeah.
As he did.
Hands
And
down.
he has for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Team Hanks, for sure. If we're going Toms, Team Hanks
Hanks.
all the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd take Hanks over Chris. Anything. So, okay. Zoltar is the thing. Dan
Booyah.
nailed it. Not
Yep.
Zoltan. Zoltar.
Zoltar.
And he does, I think we were pretty right that it gets to that moment pretty fast. There was still before the carnival, there was a section sort of establishing his character, essentially, right?
Yeah. I felt like it was basically trying to show like how tight him and Billy were. Like,
Yeah.
these were inseparable friends.
Best
You guys,
friends.
they start that metaphor immediately. Child in front of computer has to make a choice. It is a choose your own adventure. And the first time he's too slow to make the choice. And
Right.
the second time he makes the correct choice.
Well, we don't actually see if it's correct because it cuts away the second time he plays the game.
Oh, I guess it's like the inception moment.
but
You're
he
not
makes
sure.
a decision though.
He does.
Yeah.
But I mean, opening up on that computer game and the choose your own adventure, I thought I'd completely forgotten it. It's amazing.
Yeah, no animated opening, unfortunately.
No.
But yeah, opens on an old style adventure game.
amazing.
Oh, it's
In color,
good.
so it had that going for
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
Still
Like two colors.
text based, but it has graphics. Yeah, and then he's trying to get with, or he's like interested in a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Starts
for the
with
first
hearts.
time. Let's
Yeah.
say for the first time.
Yeah, because these kids are at the beginning of the movie 12.
12.
Yeah.
Preteen, Beth nailed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He turns 13 over the course of the movie.
Yeah.
So they're 12, and he's thinking about girls. Like he's
yeah.
like,
And Billy is like really thinking about girls.
yeah, Billy is the more mature kid of
Yeah.
the two.
He's 3 months older.
Oh,
as
right.
Taylor.
That's established.
So he's
Good
probably
job,
13
Beth.
already. Yeah, he must be 13 already.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid's got it together, though. Like, almost two together. Where
Yeah.
you think, like, his home life's probably not great. Like, he's
Right.
got to be the adult in the household. That's how I imagine his household goes. Also, he skips school every day to go to New York City
To hang with Big.
for at least a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And no one is calling his home,
Yeah.
maybe? I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah. Yeah, this was, they were far more motivated by their parts than I anticipated. Like, they were, they had that, like, very, like, explicitly sexual kid talk where Billy was like, I could totally see the
Her flowers.
flowers, the teacher's down the teacher's shirt or whatever, right?
Okay. What is he talking about when he says her flowers? Because he's not
I
talking
kinda
about
miss-
vaginas, right?
Like,
That would be insane, right? It's like, what kind of shirt are you wearing? Is that just a flower print on her? What? What is he talking about her flowers?
I mean, is that to suggest that they're into that stuff, but they don't have, like,
euphemisms.
all the vocabulary? Or
Let me lay it out for you. As a male, there's a time when you're interested in those things, but you don't understand why.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just seeing down top in and of itself is like this, like, it's like both like a little wrong and it's tantalizing.
It's like
but
the
you don't
first
know
time.
why.
Yeah, it's like the first time you see the ocean. You know what I mean? It's like, because it's like this beautiful, majestic landscape that like the human brain is like wired to want to explore and like see what's on the other side. But you can also tell that there's risk involved, right? Yeah. And there's the unknown. Like there's a whole layer that you're not aware of.
Molly's so uncomfortable learning about
shuddering
13-year-old sexuality.
Let me just say that I feel like Molly is grossly overacting because, given the fact that I am also male, the conversations that males, especially at the age of 13, have regarding the subject matter are usually much more shudder-inducing than what I just said.
Wow. Yeah. No, I can imagine.
I feel like this was a pretty realistic of like, hey, I saw down to the teacher's top.
Yeah.
Like that was, I think, Penny Marshall, who directed this movie.
Which was awesome.
Nailed that boy interaction.
For sure.
Is my summary.
Because then they establish that like they're still like they're just dipping their toes in the ocean, so to speak. Because when that lady shows up, that girl that he's interested in, like he just kind of says like monosyllabic responses.
Yeah.
Oh, but he does that with all girls because he does it with the young lady. Oh, do you mean the young lady?
At the beginning, when they're still kids.
The beginning, yeah. He just says yes to everything.
Yeah.
He literally says yes. And that is how he gets jobs and also how he deals with every situation. It's just by saying yes.
Agreement, you guys.
It's
Agreement.
important.
It's really important.
It's important, but it can only take you so far.
You know? So we were right that he can't get on a ride.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the reason, but there's more to it than that,
worse.
right? He wants to get on the ride to impress the girl that he's interested in. With the girl.
Like, he butts through the line to get next to her.
Big time.
And he told the girl that had already been on the ride, and then he gets kicked off by biggest jerk on the planet.
Yeah, but again, credit to Penny Marshall for totally nailing the casting on that carny.
Yeah, it's like a 38-year-old, like big dude
kind
with like a handkerchief. And he's like, he makes fun of this 12-year-old boy
for no reason.
Oh, but then the little girl is so sweet to him. She says it's a stupid rule.
Yeah.
And then says goodbye to him. Like she tries to add so much dignity to a situation that is just horrifying.
But I mean, also, to go back to the horrors of teenagedom, she's already with that guy who can drive. So she's like, whatever, I'll just be nice to the little weirdo.
Yeah.
But like, she's still nice. Like, it's not like, I don't think it's completely false. But I'm saying she's coming from a place of security and strength because she already has this driving man in her life.
And she's tall enough to get on the ride.
Yeah, do we feel like she's there 13?
I think she might be 13 or 14.
I feel like she's in his grade.
Same grade, for sure.
Yeah.
Same grade, but maybe she
could
Weirds
be
me out
13.
that she's with a 16-year-old.
He could be, I guess we don't know Jersey laws in the late 80s.
Right.
But I had a learner's permit at 15. I could drive with an adult in the car.
yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, 13 to 16, that's a jump.
Right.
But she was wearing a jean jacket and had a side ponytail. She doesn't care.
She was cool.
That's not the biggest age difference, though, that I have a problem with in this movie.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So he wants to embiggen, and thus he does overnight.
Yes, through the terrifying blood red eyes of Zoltar.
Zoltar is the scariest
So
thing.
scary.
We should have watched this for Halloween.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That the mouth
The
opens,
mouth. I forgot about the
it's
mouth.
like in darkness.
Holy crap. Into like the void of like thought itself. Like it's like creating reality.
Yeah. And it only works when it's unplugged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
That's spooky.
Yeah.
And so Molly was accurate that the mom kicks him out of the house, like discovers
freaked
him.
out.
There's a little bit of like he's sneaking around, but eventually, he gets out. He escapes the house, as it were, initially, and
He tries to go fix it himself.
He tries to fix himself, but the carnival's abandoned, and he wears a Giants sweater, as we saw. A little symbolism
Before
there.
he was wearing a Duke sweater.
Is that?
Duke is like not quite a king.
I don't know about the Dukes. The Giants is there. But then he comes back.
It's his Little League.
Oh.
It's his Little League jacket, the
I see,
Dukes.
I
And
see.
then he puts on the Giants.
He puts his
sweatshirt.
dad's clothes on,
Yeah.
And his mom tries to knife him.
Yep. Well, because like
Understandably.
no, because you imagine like you're in the mom's perspective. Suddenly, this grown, handsome, but grown man is suddenly pretending to be your child and giving you like very specific facts that granted, only your child would know.
Yeah.
Which means, like, the only logical assumption is this man has tortured this information out of my son and kidnapped him.
Yeah.
Or has been following him.
Or
like,
something,
He's
yeah.
like, I know what Little League team
Yeah,
he
like,
plays for.
like, it didn't sound good. If you just saw that scene from the movie with no context, you'd be like, holy crap, Tom Hanks is a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she has a legit reaction, and he busts out of there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the darkest part of this movie, is that for the duration of it, which is like 6 weeks, probably
more
8
than
weeks.
6 weeks.
You think it's
I
like
think it
2
might
months?
be 2, maybe even 3 months.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say...
Because he doesn't, it takes 6 weeks to get the paperwork.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he sees the next grade take their class picture in the fall. And I assume Little League happens late spring
Yeah.
through the summer, and also when the carnival comes into town,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he's probably at least, let's say, 8 weeks.
8 weeks, sure.
I mean, long enough to get on a milk carton.
Right.
Sure.
Mm,
I don't know
right.
how fast that turnaround is.
Well, in Jersey 1988, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But she thinks her son's been kidnapped,
Oh, it's
Horrible.
heartbreaking.
maybe dead. I think she still has hope. But not a ton. Like, in the final scene when she's talking to the best friend,
Yeah, she seems like
she seems like she's about to give up.
she's on the way to acceptance.
Yeah.
I just realized that, okay, so when he comes back, this is in the future of the movie, like past the point
Big
of
two?
the ending.
Too big. Big too big, as Molly called it.
Like, would he go back and be like, hey, dummy, remember when I was a man and I tried to tell you that I was your son and then you kicked me out of the house?
No, because then she'd be like, oh no, he's traumatized from being kidnapped for a
Been
year.
brainwashed.
He's been brainwashed into thinking,
I don't know.
feel like when your son comes through the door in a suit several times too big and says, hey, Mom, I missed you guys, maybe the questions get saved for later.
like maybe when he's like 40 and they're just like talking around the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I was an adult for 3 months.
Oh, no, there you go. That's what's going to happen unless he like really makes some interesting life choices in his 20s. Eventually he'll just grow up to look like that dude. And that was like a very memorable moment for his mom when she almost knifed a guy. So at
Right.
that moment she may be like, holy crap, he looks just like the terrifying
Oh,
kidnapper.
that's a
come-
good question. Does he have any memory of any of that? Because
For
it's
sure.
kind of out of
Yes,
order.
because he looks back and is like,
He's not like, ooh.
is it like,
who's
what?
that lady?
And shoot,
Right,
and
Mr.
I actually
Jackson.
wrote that down. I wrote that kid totally, we're talking about the characters playing Josh, the actor playing Josh killing it. That kid totally nailed, like, having a legitimate emotional connection to that lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite only, I don't know, I was impressed with the, like, level of nuance in his look back when he was tiny Josh again.
Yeah. Yeah, the kid actor did a good job as well.
Okay, so we've described the beginning and end of the movie.
Let's get to the meat of it. FAO Schwartz and the toy company are different. Good job,
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Nice job.
McMallen,
Good call.
McMallen.
or something like
And
that.
I was indirectly correct in saying that it was indeterminate whether one was before and after, and it turns out it was a sandwich situation.
Right. He
Mm-hmm.
gets
Company, then FAO Schwartz, and then promotion
Oh, yes.
company.
Yes.
yes, he gets hired because he needs a job.
Yes.
Uh,
Because incredibly thoughtful Billy is like, you need money.
yeah,
you
because
need
that
an
kid
income.
is
Knows how to hustle.
the man of the house at home.
Do you think Billy was like always like right on the precipice of running away from home? So that's why he's already thought all these
He
scenarios
had
through.
good plans?
He had all that money. Oh, he handed that wad of money.
Yes,
To
yes.
Josh.
That wad of money that mine in the gutter Molly Chase said, was it condoms? Because she thought, 13-year-old kid, his best friend's become an adult. First thing that kid's thinking is, oh, he needs to have safe sex when he goes to the big city.
To be fair to Molly, he hides it really fast. He's like, what are you thinking?
Stolen money, and he's an
Well,
innocent young boy.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure what Billy would think he would need to survive in the city.
They
Billy
barely
is
understood
street
what
smart.
boobs is. They wouldn't even know what a condom was.
What boobs is? Hey, what's these boobs in here? I'm a 13-year-old boy
Oh.
from North Jersey.
I thought you were that amazing Italian pizza clown
Oh,
at his 13th birthday party.
Okay, we're
I know,
flash
we're all
forward.
over the place. We're all over the place. We love this movie.
Yeah, we did. So he gets the job because he's good with computers, quote unquote.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have they have a department that's just computers.
Just computers.
The
It's-
technology, it's really like him getting the job in general is just like, that's insane. Like they go to the location, he fills out like the application
Poorly.
and then walks in with it.
Immediately and
Yeah.
gets interviewed in person.
Guys,
And the
this
type
was
card.
this was
another
the height
time.
of the 80s.
Ugh.
Reaganomics was going
Go back to
strong.
the 80s.
America was on top. Every single citizen was perfectly taken care of and financially secure by their own free will. It was paradise.
It sounds great. Pepsi was flowing from.
Shoulder pads were incredible.
Oh my
Shoulders
God,
were
the shoulder
bigger than
pads.
ever.
Wow. It
I-
was like the Da Vinci, you know, that famous Da Vinci drawing where the arms are out and the legs are out?
Oh, the
The
Vitruvian. You
something
said that.
Yeah.
You just said that.
That's how
Wait, let us
wide
men
the
say it.
shoulders were.
Vitruvian Man.
Can I talk about the computer department for a second?
Yeah.
Because I was actually kind of impressed with like how I don't know, like I felt like the movie actually like successfully captured probably the culture around computers and corporations at the time, and honestly probably still to this day.
Yeah.
Where Tom Hanks was basically seemed to be doing just like kind of like basic data entry, and his coworker John Lovitz,
Yes.
great cameo,
Who's a real
was,
creepo.
yeah, was like, hey, you're working too fast. And it's like he had entered one element into that computer software. And he's like, oh, you're working too fast. You're making us look bad. Which I feel like was probably exactly how those departments were in the late 80s,
Yeah.
where no one actually understood what computers did. And the people who knew how to type 10 key lived like kings.
Yeah.
Except they only made $187
A
a
week?
week, maybe?
Were they getting paid weekly?
That was unclear.
I hope it was weekly because $187 every 2 weeks is depressing.
Those
Yeah.
were different times,
Yeah.
man.
But that fucking Tom Hanks delivery on $187.
Oh, so good.
Mind
Beautiful.
blowing. He
Yeah.
gets the check. Everybody gets their check, and he just goes, $187. It's just so
It's
good.
so
How
perfect.
excited
they
he is.
go to the bank and they get the money in
Oh.
one $100 bill.
3 dimes, one $100 bill,
87.
87
ones.
ones. I love that they had to have like a little convo about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they buy a lot of stuff. Do
Well, they buy a lot of junk
Like
food.
food
They buy the
Oh, that's
silly
right.
string.
and silly
Yeah.
string.
It's not until he gets promoted to VP that they buy all the stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because then he's
That's
pulling down VP money.
VP money.
Which you got to imagine it's at least, what, $200, $300 a week?
Man, so much to talk about. Okay, let's get to... let's
Dan
get
took
to-
like copious notes
I
for
took
this
so many
one.
notes about this movie. There was no underpants boy hang time.
No. What am I thinking of?
I don't know, but it wasn't in there.
There was ice cream.
You made that sound way
Well-
creepier than I intended.
That's the one I wrote.
In the beginning, though, Tom Hanks is wearing like underoos or
But-
something.
Yeah. Oh, that's a little eye candy for the ladies.
Right?
Ooh.
Hey, Tom Hanks, you've seen him dressed as a lady for years. Now see the man meat under there.
Yeah, he was just a 12-year-old boy. So other than that, no Coke references
No.
at all.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Right, but cocaine.
No.
Boy.
My dad just inhabited my body.
I didn't notice if there was a floppy lady tie or not.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? I did look for that. There was no floppy lady tie. There was, however, a tie that I would like to submit is acceptable in that it was a man's tie, ladified with sparkles.
Who was wearing it?
The lady.
Oh,
She
okay.
wore it in the scene where she was like, "What are we doing? Is this an affair or is it more?"
Oh.
I think that counts.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
I
give
give
you
it.
floppy
I'll give it.
lady.
Lady tie.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the romance in this movie
Ooh.
because it's a big part of it.
It's a big,
Yeah.
like way bigger than I thought.
Big.
The big So what's her name?
Suzanne? Susan?
Cynthia.
Susie.
Susie.
He calls her Susie.
He calls her Susie.
Is that not? That's not the girl from the beginning. Also,
No,
I
it's
think.
Cynthia.
Oh, they're
What?
both surnames though. Okay,
What girl at the beginning?
the one, the
blonde
jean
with
jacket.
the
little girl.
Oh, the child girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The side pony.
Yeah.
But she is the actress she's in. What's she from?
Elizabeth Perkins.
I don't
Yeah,
know what
do we
she's
know?
in. She looks
She's in all
like
kinds of stuff.
Super familiar.
Judy Garland to me.
Okay, she's in stuff.
She's in stuff. Look it up. We can't do all the
Can't
work.
do all
for
your
you.
work.
We've got a lot to get
We
through.
only know what the actors are in
Right.
because patriarchy.
Yep.
But she essentially is sleeping her way to the top.
Yes,
That's her
that
character.
is explicitly stated by her vindictive boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, is she, or is that what he says that she's doing?
But he specifically named several employees of the company.
He name checks employees because his feelings are hurt, and he doesn't know who all else she's dated, and it's hard to meet people. As a
She,
queer woman.
she
But she, like,
replies
doesn't-
with, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, she specifically said anymore.
Well, maybe she means I'm not dating any more coworkers.
Look,
because
no
I've
one-
met-
But she is dating a coworker, Tom Hanks.
Ugh.
Josh.
Her defense, she seems like a really hard worker.
No,
Neither of us are saying that this is a judgment on her
This
behavior.
feels pretty judgy.
feels like-
No, it was judging
You're
on
saying
the...
that she doesn't deserve the position that she
Oh.
has.
Because-
She's just slept with people to
No,
get
the
there.
She's
vindictive
the most
boyfriend was saying that.
reasonable person in those meetings.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she's a
clearly-
great employee.
But it's 1988. The patriarchy's going strong. She's doing what she has to survive in New York toy industry.
Yeah, she has to be both the best employee and sleep with her boss.
It's horrible.
To even get the same
Guys,
treatment.
that's why she falls in love with a 12-year-old because he's the only innocent man she's known for 10 years. Patriarchy.
I guess. I just...
She falls for him. I think initially
First,
she's just trying. She wants to get down.
she's making her moves.
To Pound Town.
But get down to Pound Town to get in good with the new golden boy at the company.
Yes. Don't you? Do you disagree with that?
I think she's...
Like in that cab ride when she like pulls him out at the party where he wears that
Yeah.
awesome like
You
Elvis
mean
rhinestone.
limo ride?
Yeah, sorry, limo ride.
clearly...
That's what you're taking umbrage with. And she's like obviously trying to get with him.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
he's going nuts in the limo, which is that's what
So
I
adorable.
when we bought our first car.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in every car. I was
How old
test
are you?
driving. 28.
Okay.
But just because it's fun to play with. all
Wait,
this
do you
stuff
think
in
so?
cars.
You think that was actually not scripted and that was just 28-year-old Tom Hanks
I was like, this
just
is
enjoying the
awesome.
limo?
Either way, amazing moves. But yeah,
I have no idea how old he was.
It
then.
did feel...
she's trying to get with him, right?
She's trying to go to Pound Town.
For sure she's trying to get
She's
with him,
taking a
because
limo to
she-
Pound Town.
She does say, she's like, I'm really vulnerable right
Yes.
now. She's like clearly trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
And he's like, he doesn't know what's happening because he's 12.
But then she also kind of pauses outside his door and be like, I don't know if we should do this.
Because after he did, when they first stepped up through the sunroof of the limo, you could see in her face that like there was this flicker of like that moment of like, oh, he's not like the other guys. There's innocence. There's joy here. And then she goes back into business mode, but it's there. He's planted the seed without even trying to.
You know how we know he's planted a seed?
Why?
Because she stopped smoking.
That's right. She was
Oh.
like constant for the first
Constant with
20.
the Virginia Slims or similar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and then she gets on that trampoline and she changes completely.
Does
that
she
black
smoke
and
at all for the rest of the movie?
No.
No.
We
Molly
never see another
Chase.
cigarette in her hand.
That's great.
You need to write a blog post about it.
Plus, I want to point out in that dinner party scene, he is wearing a pure white tuxedo.
Yeah.
The company party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
company party. And she is wearing a black
Yes.
cocktail dress.
Yes.
Symbolism.
Innocence and not innocence.
Right. But then they come together in play on the trampoline.
And they
Yeah.
they put on gray pajamas.
Yep.
They don't do
Yeah.
that.
It's like very colorful pajamas.
But yeah, I feel like even up to that door, she's like in business mode of like, this man is on his way to the top. I need to get with this.
Top bunk.
This is so disturbing. I'm disturbed by it because I think it's not untrue. And
Okay.
it makes me sad. Well, because I was thinking the whole time we were watching this movie how much movies like this influenced how we perceive the world.
Yes.
And so when I was growing up, I would watch movies like 9 to 5 or Working Girl or this movie and try to understand what the work world was like because my mom was in the work world and I could never understand what her job was. Could just not understand. And she would have all these stories about trying to get through corporate life.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm so resistant is because I feel like
You want to believe
I want to believe that.
Sorry.
Yeah, what?
No, what?
You.
You're like Susie in the movie. Like she's. Hold on.
I do not
No,
sleep.
let me finish. You are jaded by the realities of women in the corporate world, right? But you want Tom Hanks to come and tell you that everything is okay and there is joy and fun to be had in this world and that there still can just be innocence and affection in the working world, right?
I think so, but I have trouble with this whole sleeping with people.
I'm not saying
thing.
you're doing
And
that.
Tom Hanks is a terrible boyfriend in this movie.
He is an awful boyfriend.
He doesn't know how to be a
Terrible.
boyfriend.
Because he's 12.
It's because he's 12. I know, but I feel like, I mean, I think anyone you talk to will say they've got a little kid on the inside, right?
Sure.
And I just feel like something happened in the 2000s that blew that wide open into where it's a thing that society has embraced, this idea that you're not supposed to get older or grow up at all,
Right.
right? And I wonder, is it because of Big?
Oh,
Like, when did the seed get planted?
you're saying the whole, like, his office cleans up, he wears a nice suit, and at that point, all of America decided to become stunted man children for the next few generations?
Possibly.
I'm not disagreeing with you. That
It's
might
not
be
a bad theory.
No.
I think
Another
this
blog
movie
post.
is set in the 80s in as much as like it's both. I feel like this movie was not for a teenager, which is when I watched it.
Right.
But it's for either a kid who's like, it's awesome to be older,
Yep.
or a working man stuck in a corporate job that he probably kind of hates,
Yeah.
and he has to be uptight, and it's like, oh, if I could enjoy things in my life again, wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
And so I think
But
it's a
isn't
reflection.
that also the message of Big, that eventually, even if you start out enjoying your job, like, remember how excited we all were to get our first paycheck? Like, that was incredibly exciting. It was like, I didn't even invoice them for this. They just mailed it to me. And then all of a sudden, you're just like, like,
Yeah.
you're Tom Hanks, like, all stressed out and no time
Yeah.
for your best friend.
And he does hit that. And I definitely want to talk about that character change.
Do it now.
Now is a great time. First, we have to do our ongoing segment. Did they bang?
Yay! Okay.
So it's not they have a sleepover after the company party, but
that
that's
is-
when it's
Yeah.
I be on top.
And she's like,
They
okay.
Not bang.
They did not bang.
But she's trying real hard.
She wants to bang. He doesn't know
Even
about
know what
banging.
banging is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But later, some date that they
What were
have.
they doing?
Oh,
What leads up to that?
was that after the dinner party where he helped the little kid with his homework? Or
Yeah.
was that before?
No.
That's right after.
They are somewhere. They're at a party or something. Oh my god, we already can't
We
remember.
already-
Wait. Did they bang after they went to that carnival and he walked right by Zoltar and they danced
Yeah.
and smooched?
Yes.
They
Yes.
dance and smooch.
And then they go back to her apartment.
Yeah.
Her insane
Which, yeah,
apartment.
quick sidebar.
Okay, yeah.
Her apartment. I wrote this down. Actually, I didn't know her name yet, even though the movie had been going on for an hour and a half. Patriarchy. I wrote, ladies' apartment, 80s decor, house of horrors. That apartment was insane.
Yeah.
It was super
Like an
insane.
antique fan
Oh.
and then like a
Like intentionally paint
Palm
stripped
trees.
wardrobe.
leather couch with like wood
Oh.
arms.
And like weird, just like random half walls with glass blocks
Yep.
put in, like the set of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I got to do a quick sidebar as well. That date is also when they go to the insane Italian restaurant, isn't it?
No, that was his 13th birthday
That's right.
party,
Okay, never mind.
where
One
Billy got him a surprise Italian cake.
We'll get to that. So on the date, they smooch on the dance floor,
Yes.
and then
And
it
it cuts
to smooching in the apartment in a kind of a. For me, that was a bit of a jarring cut.
Yeah.
Because their faces stayed the same place, but the
Ooh.
background changed. Just the editing thing. It was weird.
You're saying maybe Penny just...
Whoever the editor was dropped the ball a little bit right there.
Well, I think they're just kind of conveying that they did not stop kissing.
All the
from
way back.
Yeah, all the way back.
Right.
But then Susie slowly
Things get uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
unbuttons her blouse.
Oh, God.
Tommy Hanks standing there like he's confused but focused.
He's confused,
He's
but into
super
it.
focused.
Yes.
Molly utters the most extreme southernism that exists of Lord bless us and bind us. As
Susie removes shirt.
removes shirt, her bra is exposed.
Yes.
Lacy
She goes
bra.
she goes to turn off the light. Tom Hanks turns the light back on because he is finally seeing the great Atlantic Ocean in all its glory.
Yeah. This is his first view
Flowers.
of flowers, I guess.
Maybe.
Maybe Lacy bras were really in, so that's I don't know. Anyway, and he really awkwardly just kind
Oh,
of
my God.
It's almost like a pawing at.
And it's not even like it's clearly it's almost like he's like deciding what to get for his countertops. Like he's just sort of like trying out the surface and like trying to understand like is this
Well, he doesn't know what
to do.
He doesn't know how to please a woman.
But she's like okay with it.
Yeah, she was weirdly okay.
Which
with
leads
it.
me to believe again that her last relationships have just been like empty business decisions where she's being treated poorly by these fuckers at the toy company who just want to use it for her body and then tell it to their friends in the steam room or whatever rich 80s guys did. I don't know.
Smoke cigars made out of $100 bills. Snorting coke. Yeah. And then it blacks out. So,
Well,
doesn't it?
okay, so she seems to enjoy the awkward touching.
Right, she's
the
into
bra strap falls gracefully.
Off her shoulder.
Making things just a little more exposed, right? They embrace.
Yeah. Slow fade.
Slow fade.
So,
Next day, Tommy Hanks struts into the office.
Yeah.
He goes to his
give it high
secretary.
fives.
Goes to his secretary. He says, "Mom from that 70s show, I would like some coffee." And she says,
But
you don't drink coffee. And then he comes back and says, "And I would like it black. The most grown-up drink in the world if you're a 12-year-old boy. Because you don't quite understand what beer is yet."
Yeah. So I think he banged.
Absolutely bang.
He turned into a man.
Exactly.
Guys, I really don't want that to be true.
You know in your heart it is.
Black
No,
coffee,
it's
Beth.
so
He
upsetting.
ordered black
But
coffee.
I mean, if you go from, let's say you have a car,
Okay.
and it can go from 0 to 120 miles
Sure.
an hour. If you, for the first time ever, get that car to 30 or 35
Okay.
miles an hour, you may feel.
I'm just saying premature ejaculation.
No! I'm saying getting to
Scandalized.
second base would be a big deal.
So you're saying I think
he
the
would
case
give high fives.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a thing.
the no bang case I think is that he could he mechanically things didn't work out. I
No,
think,
he has an adult man's body.
Yeah, but his brand there's more than just the body. You know what I'm talking about?
You're saying his anxiety would take over and it would
Yeah.
just be a disaster.
Yeah.
But okay, he as a 13-year-old,
Yes.
like just getting to second base would be high five worthy.
Absolutely. Yes. Just
Oh,
getting to second base,
sure.
high five worthy. Black coffee order though. Full on.
Yeah.
Sliding into home. Crowd goes wild. Fireworks.
On top of that, there's a
He's
whole
12 years old.
No, he's 12 years old inside.
13-year-old at that point.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
Makes
he's
it
13.
worse.
There's a whole bunch of other adult things that he does. He then goes to a dinner party where they talk about documentaries.
He helped a child with his homework, and they are all just so touched by what a
Yeah.
wonderful man Susie has finally found after all those assholes from the toy company.
Yeah. So
He does something else too, doesn't he? That's also grown up.
His office just gets really like,
his dress changes.
Yes, he
Yeah.
starts to dress a
wearing
little more like
straight
a
up suits
businessman.
instead of weird, awesome patterned
Oh
shirts.
my god, right?
The patterns in this movie are amazing.
Yeah, he until he bangs, he dresses like he should be hosting like a semi-educational public television show for children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, welcome to Imagination Town.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn about the sun. Whatever. But then sexual intercourse occurs. I'm sorry, Molly. And he becomes a successful capitalist in his gray fitted suits, his clean office, his.
That's
yes,
true. His
yes, Beth.
office completely
I need
transforms.
to know why that was the decision that they made. Like why were okay, this movie here's the thing. The movie was like I really liked it, right?
Yes.
But this is like controversy
It's
worthy.
troublesome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
sure.
I feel like
Creepy.
okay, if this movie were a no
Lifetime movie?
Please.
a woman who like was a child and then grew up and then dated a man,
Yes.
an adult man.
Yes.
Oh.
Would that? I mean, that would have had like some like the movie would be like banned from everyone.
No, people who are considerate like us and all women would find it troublesome. But the people in charge of the media in 1988 would probably just be like, yeah, Yeah, of course they bang.
It's an adult.
They're just an adult consensual relationship.
Ugh.
I think it'd be creepier.
It'd definitely be creepier.
Gender roles swapped would be creepier.
Yes. Because, the patriarchy is alive and well. Men are just, boys will be boys, sow your wild oats, all that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think are you both on the no bang camp, or Beth, you believe it
No.
happened but you're really upset about it?
I think, like, they weren't really explicit about it.
Right.
Like, it was not clear,
Obviously.
right? So, in my mind, they did not. Because that makes this movie okay
right.
with me.
Yeah, if you want to live in a fantasy land, that's fine.
But she does when she finally realizes that he is a 13-year-old boy at that time, because he has his birthday.
Yes.
She does seem to have, like, a moment where she's like, oh my god.
Well, there's
what
that
have
noise
I
that
done?
comes out of her mouth. Like, when she asks, like, what are you, 15, 16? He's like, 13. She just kind of goes like, like,
Yeah.
But I think making out with a 13-year-old as a grown-up person
yes.
would be super disturbing. I don't
Not
think you would have had
disturbing
to...
enough, because she says, in 10 years, maybe something will work
Yeah,
out.
Oh.
she's straight Coogan. She's straight
She's straight
Coogan.
Cougs at the end of the movie. Says, look me up in 10 years.
Yeah, when you're 23.
Maybe I should give you my
23.
number.
Yeah, hold on to my number, she said.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe she was half joking.
How old do we think she is?
27.
Really?
27.
I thought she
I'd
said
say
way
like-
older. I
I'd-
thought she was in her early 30s.
Like, I'd say early 30s.
No.
So she'll be 40
Straight
something.
Coogan.
And he'll
23.
be 23.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you see what he looked like in those underoos? Come on. You're...
Well, you guys, it's Tom Hanks.
Right.
Yeah.
I
get
did.
it.
Okay.
I get it.
Look, I firmly believe they banged, but I will agree. Like, I wrote this down when they first kissed, and then it went way farther than I anticipated. It reminded me of there's a moment in the James Cameron film Avatar, right?
Okay.
Bear with me. Where Avatar guy,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Like, he is in his regular man body. He is dying because the weird magic fairy planet, like, you can't breathe if you're a regular human person, right? And his Avatar girlfriend, blue girlfriend, finds his human body, and they have banged as blue people.
Yeah.
This is later, Liz, at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert, the blue people have sex with each other. But now he's in his human body, and she finds him and saves him, and there's this, like, very tender embrace between them. You know, she's, because they're huge compared to the humans.
Right.
She's, like, embracing him, cuddling with him, and there's this moment between them that is supposed to come off as, like, you know, beautiful romance, the leading man and woman of the movie. Like, they found each other, they're in love. But I audibly in the theater went, ew, 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 because these are two disparate species having, like, this very real sexually charged moment between each other.
Sure.
And that is what this reminded me of. But they totally banged.
I just want to say I've never seen Avatar, and your description is amazing.
Let me concede this. I would agree that they maybe did not bang again.
I really don't think they did.
No.
But here's, okay, maybe this goes against your theory.
Okay.
Because it seems to me if a 13-year-old bangs for the first time, that would not just be like a one-time thing for a long time. Had they access to that, it seems like he would be more interested, you know?
But he was such a sweet, tender-hearted young man.
He didn't tell his friend. There wasn't a scene about it.
Right.
He wasn't talking to his friend about it.
Well, he wasn't really talking to his friend at all at that point.
Oh, what a
because
jerk.
That's when he turns into a
corporate
adult.
America had subsumed him.
Yeah, and he starts...
Consumed him.
Yeah, this is a good... Let's talk about him and his friend, because that part is also amazing.
Yes.
We'll agree
and far
this
less
is-
disturbing.
Yeah. After he... Regardless of whether he banged or not, he definitely got to second base. That's shown.
Okay. In painful, slow detail.
It was very uncomfortable.
and then that's a pretty fast transformation into now he's more adult.
He's like
than
trying
child.
to succeed at adulthood.
Yeah.
Before he was sort of just like stumbling through it.
Yeah. Now he's cares about the different, they talk about work and he cares about the different reports and marketing and shit
Right.
like that. Like he's doing adulthood. And his friend comes back, comes back with the report on where all the carnivals are.
We
which
didn't
is
even talk about that.
An insane report to
There's a
have.
department in New York where you can just get documentation of the locations of all the carnivals.
Yeah, but it takes 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And so then Beth was like,
Oh.
do you think everybody there just got bigged?
Yeah, because the next person in line, it's like there's no like, what do you need?
She just
It's
goes
like,
sign and check with it.
yeah.
Yeah. And he was also like an older man who looked kind of awkward.
Yeah. But he kind of kicks his friend at the curb to a
Yeah.
degree. Like, well, they go out for the birthday party. That's maybe it.
That's
That's
before.
before.
That's right before.
Yeah.
Because he meets her after.
Right, because he has to leave his birthday to go on his bang date with Susie.
Yeah. So they go on the birthday party, which is they go to
Amazing.
an insane Italian restaurant
Oh, my God.
where there's like a cartoon character of an Italian man. It's like a fat white guy with a red
Yeah,
bandana.
it's Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
throwing pizza shells and then dancing and
like,
getting people to
catching-
throw dough balls in his mouth through a tambourine.
He was like I kept calling him a pizza clown. He was a pizza clown.
Pizza Clown.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Then they have the birthday party, and then it's like, well, the friend suggests that they get a bunch of beers and
Dirty magazines.
magazines. Because that kid is old beyond his years.
Yes.
Uh,
He's had a rough childhood.
His mom is probably an alcoholic,
Oh.
and he's got to manage all the finances and take care of his younger siblings. That's how I imagine his house is. Dad is long gone.
No, he took the money from his dad's drawer, though.
Oh, okay.
So dad's probably using, too. Maybe
Okay,
not
yeah.
alcohol, probably a cokehead. Huge cokehead. New Jersey, 1988, right?
Yeah, he's probably in the mob.
Oh, yeah.
But then, he ditches his friend, like, oh, I got to go on this date with Susie. And his friend's, like, bummed.
Devastated.
That's, like, step one
Yeah.
of friend to the side.
Yep.
And then eventually, pretty soon after that, the paperwork arrives. And he tries to take it in, and Tommy Hanks is like, essentially like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that. I've got a meeting.
Business meeting.
I got a business meeting. I got to propose these new iPad games,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah.
And then his friend, oh God, best line of the movie, maybe, when they drop the F-bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
That
incredible.
child actor nails it, just looks at him and goes, who the fuck do you think you are?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took all of us by surprise.
It was.
We all
Like,
went,
It was
ooh!
powerful.
I have probably not reacted to the use of profanity that strongly in a very long time.
Yeah, it was one of the best F-bombs in cinematic history.
I agree. I agree. Call BuzzFeed.
Because it, F-bomb usage, top 12 F-bomb usage. But I think it perfectly summed up, like, that conflict, right?
Totally.
Like, and it should have shocked him out of it, and it did a little bit,
Yeah.
but, like, you could see the anger from his friend, who's, like, was so excited to get his best friend back, you
Yeah.
know? But he's been sucked down by evil women.
Because there was that very like kind of heartbreaking moment where Billy is like tearing down his like, I don't know, friendship board or whatever. Like he's like filling a box of like the stuff that represented our lives together.
Yeah.
And then Josh's mom is whispering Josh's name through their walkie-talkie, and it is simultaneous. At first, kind of terrifying, but then they like share this moment between their bedroom windows, where like she is clearly just like, I mean, she is numb. She is numb to the idea that her son is never coming back, and he's no rat because he grew up in a mob family.
Yeah.
But also old and sympathetic beyond
Yes,
his
because he
years.
understands the pain that his mother's going through. Because now he's starting to feel the beginnings of it too.
Yeah.
Because he's gone.
And that dude can keep a secret.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
even when he's mad at his friend, he's
Weeks.
That's true.
he ain't no rat.
That's right.
And the mom played by Mercedes Rule,
Do we know who
we've
that is?
seen a few times in movies, including Twister.
She was in Twister?
Yeah, she played the new wife, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
And
Okay.
forgive me if I've told this story before, because sometimes I repeat. But I'm pretty sure that Mercedes Rule was up for the role in Speed that Sandra Bullock got, but I could be wrong.
Oh.
I might be wrong.
I have not heard that story.
You know what? Never mind. Let's just skip that one.
All right.
I do have a theory, though, as we're talking, because the bad guy corporate sort of nemesis really has a lot of childlike behaviors.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I recall screaming at the screen a couple of times, who's the kid? Who's the kid now?
Yeah. Molly
and
was trying to like help this man through the TV.
here's what occurred to me. what if that is the bureau of people who got bigged, and there's just a lot of people who got bigged, including this guy.
Oh my
and he's
God.
so much older. He's been bigged for so long that
But he was already turned
he was already turned and he
by a sexual
stayed.
experience.
He's like what Tom Hanks would have turned into.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
His friend
Molly.
had shocked him back into it.
Yeah.
So wait, so you're saying... Oh! So like that's like the thesis of the movie is corporate Manhattan in the late 80s is just full of children pretending to be adult men. Penny Marshall.
I love it.
Good
Yes.
job, Molly.
Yeah.
Wow.
You cracked the code. You cracked the code on big. Oh, so that means that the head of the toy company was like the first big, and that's why he's so like enamored by Josh because he's trying to remember what his life used to be.
It's like, I remember you.
I used to be a fun man who could dance on a giant keyboard, but I've spent decades now, like I'm psychologically 35, 40, but I'm now the head of a successful toy company.
You guys, theoretically, we've all been bigged.
Yeah. The themes of growing up are obviously real heavy in this movie.
Real, but like not
Irritating. Not hit you over the head.
Yeah.
heavy. I was getting kind of emotional near the end of the movie during the sad montage, as Molly pointed out.
Yeah, she was like,
I don't like this as much as the
The
previous
one-
montage,
yes.
the one where he just played with toys.
yes, Molly audibly stated that she did not like the montage specifically designed to make us feel bad.
Yeah. Where he's like, what is he doing? He's walking around this empty New York City, like,
Yeah, he's just
Well,
missing
wearing
all
a
his
He like
friends.
he goes to his old neighborhood.
That's right.
Kids playing in the leaves. Kids playing ball.
Yeah.
Class,
Class taking
presumably
picture.
his own class, taking
Yeah.
the class picture.
The girl that he likes
Oh.
is in the car
driving
with
a 15,
driving around with
16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
the kid who maybe has his permit, maybe has his license.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not a good relationship for her.
No, definitely. Like he could be saving her right now.
Yeah.
he could be saving her like years of like sort of like weird, like a weird relationship that transitions out of high school. They think about getting married. Like maybe they even do get married for a couple years, and then it just falls apart.
This
And she's
dude's
just-
working at the gas
she's
station, but dating a
broken
high school
inside.
student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
But yeah. that
Anyway,
mon-
sad montage.
But I just think the montage was done really well, and Tom Hanks was acting really well, of showing like the realization of like, oh, being a kid was good. I mean, that's the conclusion he reaches, right? At first, he's like, being a kid sucks, and then he sees how it is to be an adult, and he's like, no, I should be being a kid's actually good.
Yeah.
But it's not even like I wish I was stuck a kid forever. It felt more like, no, I need to go live life
Yeah.
in the proper order.
It was like
You know?
being a kid is good for like it's good while it lasts. Like it's an
Yeah.
experience that I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choices, you guys.
Oh, like
Choices.
the video
Like the
game.
video game.
Melt the wizard
Melt the wizard.
With friendship.
with friendship. What did he actually say? Like throw thermal pod
Thermal
or
pod,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Which
is
is like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Video games in the 80s, they were just
terrible. But yeah, I thought it was really touching. It made me kind of want to be a kid again. Now I think about how I just replaced my furnace and
Right.
all the home projects I have to do.
Yeah.
The mounting responsibility
Yeah.
of adulthood.
Yeah, there were definitely moments in that in the movie where we were just sort of like, oh, like, well, like I mean, at the end, like he apparently grew up on like the most beautiful New Jersey residential street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, he's
all the
a one
cheese.
percenter. Not
Yeah.
as much as Home Alone.
No,
No,
But-
for
he's
sure.
maybe like a 2%.
Well, he's in a mob neighborhood. We established that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, because the bad guy, corporate dude,
Yeah.
was the dad in Home Alone.
Yes, he was.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
So much meaner in this movie.
Really
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
meaner.
Yeah.
I wonder if he made a career of playing rich guys.
Ooh.
Could be.
Could be.
look
80s. I mean, playing a white dude in the 80s. What other choice do you have?
Yeah, it's either a rich guy or the schizophrenic that walked past the hotel at the beginning,
Yeah.
screaming, "Kill the bitch! Kill the bitch!" Kill the bitch!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's harsh.
Yeah,
Hey, who was this movie for?
I think Dan
really-
has the right of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Either for like 12-year-olds who want to be adults or adults who want to be kids.
Which means I saw this at the exact right age, and I don't have any memory of feeling nostalgic about either thing.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
don't think it made me feel nostalgic about being a kid at all, because I was still very focused on getting to be an adult.
Right. Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
The parts about being an adult resonated with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus, like, if...
Anybody can play in Leaps.
Like me watching it now,
Yeah.
the parts about being a kid again resonated more with me.
Right.
Yep.
Oh.
Whereas it's my first viewing as, like, a, I don't know, 17-year-old.
You're just like, me.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
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 Beth, you're the youngest at this table. How did you react emotionally to the movie Big?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what, like, when I was a kid, I thought it was so fun that he, like, had his own apartment and all that stuff. And then, yeah, this one I was like, oh, yeah, remember when he just played outside in the leaves and, like, your problem was that you had to clean up the dodgeballs after class? Yeah, it's really interesting how that, like, perspective changed on that. Anywho.
Good job.
Way to go, Penny Marshall.
Hold
Yeah.
on to what you got. Mm-hmm. Find your happiness, you guys.
And maybe if you have the ceiling space, put a trampoline in your apartment because that's
Okay,
awesome.
that I would do.
Right?
I have often considered at every stage of adulthood getting a trampoline.
Yeah.
And actually, I almost got one. I finally had a yard a few years ago, and I really considered getting a trampoline. But I didn't because I was worried about neighborhood kids coming into my yard and getting hurt on the trampoline.
Right.
It's
It's
Just
a
like the
nightmare.
polar opposite thing that I thought. It's just like when I was a kid, I thought I was going to eat icing out of a tub. You know, you could buy those tubs of
For
icing.
sure.
Yeah.
I assumed that would be morning, noon, and night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
wait, that was adulthood in your head?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
it
eating
is.
icing?
That was the dream.
Yeah.
That's that's what do they do in this? They eat junk food. Same at Home Alone eats ice cream. That's
Yeah.
what kids want to do. They eat junk food.
Yeah.
And it turns out now that I even when I was 19, at the very moment I had the ability to do that, I had no interest in doing it.
Yeah.
It's just very unfair.
It's weird. You don't appreciate what you have.
Yeah. Big
They
time.
did not bang. They didn't.
Okay.
Heavy petting.
Oh!
Can't deny that.
Yeah, there's no denying the heavy petting. Well, at
Almost
least
makes it worse.
maybe not heavy petting.
Okay,
I mean, based on
light
his
petting.
based on his like gesture, it was more just sort of like
Yeah. Your best bet is light over the bra petting.
Yeah. for hours, for hours. That's why she asked, "What are we doing here? What is this?
Yeah.
What is this relationship?"
Why didn't we bang?
Oh my god, I cannot tell you how much joy I'm feeling that we got to bring back the segment. Did they bang?
Did they bang?
I didn't think it would happen.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Well.
if you're ever at a fair and you see a ghost and a
Yeah.
robot, Zoltar.
Yes.
I guess you know. I'm sorry. We should go around and say.
Oh yeah, how many bug
Sure.
bug buildings?
Oh, and the
there-
Bechtel test.
Ooh,
Oh,
we
we
forgot
didn't
about that.
Did it?
It did not pass
No.
No
at
way,
all.
right?
There were some named
They were
characters.
definitely named females.
Yes.
I don't
But
think they ever talked to each
not
other.
even
No.
Even a man-dominated conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think any females talk to each other at all.
No.
No.
Yep.
That's because anytime. Well, yeah, because there's only ever one woman in a scene, no matter what.
Yeah. Right. The female lead's the only one in the boardroom.
Yep.
Everybody else is secretaries,
Yeah,
and all those
Foreman's mom.
conversations
Those,
are
those
one way.
boardroom scenes are insane as well.
Oh my god, the one lines that all the other guys got to feed the boardroom.
Yeah,
Like, oh, they could. When Tom Hanks is like, we could turn the Transformer robots into bugs. One guy just goes, ladybug.
Oh, we could sell these comic books at comic book stores.
Yeah, it's just great.
You should fire everybody in there.
But Beth, I think you rightly pointed out that is exactly how
Yeah.
boardrooms, in fact, operate.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, I have a good idea. I'm going to say it out loud. Yeah, you have a good idea. Business, business, business.
Yep.
Where's my money?
Yeah.
Give me that Coke. Let's play the stock
Pepsi.
market. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I basically said how I felt about this movie, which was great, and I was very charmed by it. I said I would give it 4. I think I'm going 5.
Yeah.
This movie
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
fantastic.
What was the unit we're using? Bug buildings?
Bug building. Which wasn't really in the movie. There was a building that was going to be a bug instead.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
I think it was more just like me enjoying language. I think Molly
idea-
explained it accurately in the first half.
The idea of a building being a
Bug
bug
building.
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I give it 5 of those.
Okay.
Beth?
Oh.
Counterclockwise around the horn?
Yeah, I think I'd give it 5. like we said earlier, like I enjoyed it in a different way than I remember liking it the first time. But I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah. Dan, you're going to give it 3.
I said I would give it 3. I am bumping that up to 5 bug buildings.
Whoa!
1 giant keyboard. 1 loft trampoline. 1 one
Lacy bra
licensed. No, disgusting. I was gonna say 1 licensed Pepsi vending machine in my home. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I love this movie.
Molly?
Yeah, and I was trying to be grumpy about Tom Hanks in part just to be a contrarian and to have a counterpoint.
Yes.
But he is so charming.
Yes. A direct quote from Molly Chase during watching the movie was, "Call me Tom Hanks from 1988.
He was great, and I can't believe I had completely forgot about the baby corn scene. So,
classic.
absolutely
Google
classic
that.
moment. Yeah, he's just the best. And I was trying to picture if they had cast anybody else in this film, it would not be nearly
No.
Jim Carrey. It would be just a totally.
Jim Carrey? Who's casting Jim Carrey in the lead in 1988?
Well,
He was in the big remake in 96.
no,
That's not a real thing.
That
no, it
exist
doesn't
now.
exist. Oh, but if they did remake it,
Chris Pratt would be in it if they remade it this year.
yeah. Oh, he'd be adorable
Oh,
too.
Because he's in every movie. But he also would be...
He'd be
pretty
so
decent.
cute in it.
Yeah,
But they
actually,
might-
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I feel like he would go too...
Be too goofy.
He'd be too much of a kid, almost. You know what I mean? Although he's shown some chops. Nah, he'd be fine. I guess he's shown some chops in the last couple of years. Like when he rode that motorcycle with the Raptors.
Oh,
What?
The Jurassic World
trailer? That's your acting moment?
Yeah. I believe that he believed that's what was happening around him.
Aw.
Sorry.
Well, anyway, I give this 5 bug buildings plus lots of baby corn and lots of spitting out of caviar.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
That was an incredible Tom Hanks as a kid moment.
So great. Guys, I'm going to go watch this movie again.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't believe
Just
it took
watch
me so
that.
long to see it.
Get the second base scene.
I am skipping that. And in hindsight, I take back what I said. This is on TV all the time. I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
Probably.
But not that brassy.
I'm 100% sure that part is not on TV.
No way.
Oh,
It's too racy.
It's pretty racy.
Too racy for USA Networks at 2
It actually
p.m.
did feel a little out of place,
Yes.
I thought.
Yes.
Yeah. The movie's pretty innocent beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad it was in there.
Me too.
Thank you for listening to Totes Recall. New episodes drop on the 15th of every month. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Totes Recall Pod. Subscribe on iTunes and leave a review. It helps more people find the show. Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. For more information, check out noisepicnic.com/totesrecall.